Hello, everybody. Welcome back. On the last episode, we managed to get through to the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup, and we also beat Leicester in the Premier Division. Since then, we've played one game. It didn't go particularly well. Welcome to episode 10 of Making Chelsea Stand Proud. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have games against Manchester United in the Premier League and Queen's Park Rangers in the third round of the FA Cup. Since you were last with us, we haven't done a great deal. We've played one game, as you will see, against Wolves, a 4-4 draw. Oh dear me, was that dire? Was that dire? Let's have a look. As you will see, we should have won this comprehensively, a 3.85 on the XG. But anyway, Jimenez give Wolves the lead after 16 minutes. And Nathan Collins adding to that after 24. Both assists from Neto. Moutinho making it 3-0 after 62 minutes. Just weren't in this game at all. Kai Havertz getting one back after 68 made it look a little bit more like we might get back into it, but then Kalajic getting another goal for Wolves after 75, 4-1 at Molineux. That looked like our death knell, except we weren't for giving up. Raheem Sterling, 79 minutes. Kovacic getting the assist there. Pretty much from kickoff, Kai Havertz getting one back, Raheem Sterling helping him, and then 2 minutes into injury time, our substitute Gabriel Barbosa got up and put away the goal from Pulisic. In fact, we're going to just see that goal purely because it was the goal that got us back level, managed to secure a point against Wolves after being looking like we were pretty much down and out. We threw everything and the kitchen sink at them. Pulisic heading it back across, and I think Barbosa pretty much chested that in. Did go to VAR, but VAR awarded the goal, thankfully. So that's how that ended up against Wolves. As I say, a bit disappointing that we didn't perform in that, and I'm hoping the fact that we're Old Trafford today, we will perform in this Premier League match against them. I don't think we've met them so far in this particular save. We haven't. We have entered, as you'll see, 1st of January. We have actually entered the transfer window. Not that we've got any money. We've got 3.7 million to spend. We're overspent on the wage budget, which means we have to have outgoings before we can actually do anything that is remotely A, sustainable, and B, anybody of any worth coming in. We've actually got to release some players, so we will look at that at some other point. But as I said, as it stands at the moment, Thiago Silva has 4 offers, all of which I'm not sure if he's discussing or not doing, but it looks like Thiago Silva may go without us actually getting a fee for him. He's worth about 5 mil, but I don't think we get a fee for him because I don't think anybody's going to pay somehow as it stands at the minute. Transfer history is where he was going. No, Barbosa was last in. Going out. Richard Elise has gone to Peterborough Sports on loan, I think, and Prince de Goek has gone to Dulwich Hamlet also on loan, but that was they were in December ahead of the transfer window. I didn't think that was going to do what I wanted it to do for a minute. Right, without any more to do, let's go back to this screen. Without any more to do, it's Manchester United. One thing I didn't do, of course, was have a look at the Premier League table, and here we go. We are 2 points behind Manchester United as it stands. We'll be 5 points if we lose, but we do need a win today. Would overtake them again. Liverpool having a bit of a rough ride at the moment. We're 2 points in front of them, so a win today would still keep us in front of them, despite of what they do. And we are currently 6 points adrift of Manchester City. Not completely unattainable, but we do need to keep going and not dropping points here, there, and everywhere. We need to make sure we don't against Manchester United. Let's have a look at the team then that will face Manchester United for this rather crucial Premier League match. And this is the team that will face Manchester United at Old Trafford. Mendy in goal, Cucurella, Thiago Silva, Kukabai and Fofana out on the right. I'm not quite sure why he's out on the right. Reece James is tired, I think, after his last game. Remembering that we've played a game on New Year's Eve and again on the 2nd of January. Gallagher and Jorginho in midfield in front of them. Pulisic, Havertz and Hudson-Odoi behind Barbosa up front. Kepa, Chalobah, Loftus-Cheek, Aubameyang, James, Sterling, Broja, Chilwell and Kante are all on the bench. I'm just wondering to myself, should we be playing that formation or should we be playing this formation to start the match? And in which case, we need to do a bit of jiggling and jungling around. Maybe. In which case, the back four stay the same. Jorginho drops into that deep lighting playmaker. Loftus-Cheek and Gallagher in that midfield rush. Hudson-Odoi and Pulisic is the wide players. Gabriel Barbosa is up front. And then we've got Kepa, Chalobah, Sterling, Aubameyang, James, Kante, Havertz, Chilwell and Kovacic on the bench. Manchester United, they have actually set up as we would have set up. We've gone slightly more defensive. Whether that will prove right or wrong, we will see in due course. 2 points in it at the start of play. Will it stay like that? Or will we come adrift? That's the question. Even Stevens to start the match off. Not a lot happening as we go 15-20 minutes into the game and no highlights as yet. We've cancelled one another out, I'm thinking. And Anthony needs pressing, obviously. Liverpool have overtaken us as it currently stands. And they have a free kick. Fernandes over the ball. And Mendy manages to get a fist to that one and push it wide. Liverpool, yes, they've gone one up against Southampton. In fact, Southampton have equalised pretty much straight away. And that headed into the arms of Mendy. Did question whether to bring Kepa on today, as Mendy had let him 4 against Wolves, but obviously so far was the right thing to do. Half time comes, not a lot happening. 2 highlights and both of them for Manchester United. And first half wise, just got that little bit of extra in possession. They've had 7 shots, 3 on target. We've had 3 shots, 2 on target. 0.41 against 0.47. Much the same in the second half, albeit Manchester United did come back into that, but maybe with a little bit more oomph. No changes at half-time that I'm aware of. Thiago Silva has picked up an injury, though, almost straight into this second half, which isn't good news. And I think we're going to have to bring Chalobah on for him. Bad news, isn't it? Not what we wanted. Another injury to add to our little list. Seems to be a thing. I don't know if it's a bug or just something that FM23 is going to hit us with. Maybe it's something to do with the training and all the rest of it. I think they're going to get out and make a difference. We're back underway again. not had a highlight yet, which is where Wan-Bissaka to Fernandes. We have gone more of attacking. So, and Anthony's in. He's at the post. But it was offside, I think, in doing so. Liverpool went 2-1 up against, but that Badriam, or Brajemi, getting the equaliser again. Right, a number of players have been, Bernardo Fernandes has come off. All right, two things we need to do is we need to have a look and do a bit of tweaking here because we're not making any inroads. I think we'll go to the more defensive one of these and see what we need to do. Barbosa isn't doing a job up front. Right, Pulisic isn't playing particularly well out there. So Barbosa come out there. Jorginho. Hudson-Odoi. Right, let's make some changes here. Kai Havertz can come on for Hudson-Odoi. He can go there. Pulisic can go out on the left for now. Jorginho can swap with Loftus-Cheek. We'll do that for the moment. Is Loftus-Cheek better as an advanced playmaker? Doesn't make a lot of odds, I don't think. Right, we'll just do that for the moment then. Just those that one change, Hudson-Odoi. We've got one more chance, I think, because if my memory serves me right, we do have an issue with the fact that though it was an injury, it still counts as a change when we had to take off Thiago Silva. Back underway again. They made a number of changes. 80 minutes gone, and it's all square. Right, two things we're going to do here then. Barbosa is not having a good game out on that right side. Aubameyang can play out there. I'm just thinking, let's bring Aubameyang on. He can go over that side. We'll bring Raheem Sterling on for Pulisic. Raheem Sterling on there. One, two, three, four changes. And we just need to check the opposition as well. Having brought on Pedro on a weaker foot. Van der Beek also on his weaker foot. Fred has come on. More defensive. Their changes. They've brought all five on. And we'll put him on the weaker foot as well. Team talk for the players that we're bringing on. I think that will be our last chance to make any changes. Don't think we can make any more. We are stuck with this. Whatever happens, I'm going to demand more because we're not that far away from getting something. And Fofana has a throw in to Loftus-Cheek, back to Fofana. Fofana into space for Raheem Sterling, who couldn't do a great deal and certainly not against De Gea. We are down in the fourth, so I'm guessing Liverpool must have taken the lead again. They have 3-2 for Firmino after 78 minutes. Wan-Bissaka. Hope it's not a sucker punch here. We're going to give this up. Sure, Luke Shaw out on this wide side. Crosses in deep, but Chalobah gets there. It's headed back in. It's blocked. And Aubameyang comes back and does some defensive work. looks very like a draw, but it's going to end us up in with another point dropped, and we're not having a good time of it, are we really? Picked up a boatload of yellow cards as well. 10 shots, 5 on target. We've hit our 50% once in a while, but we should have won that. 1.15 on the XG, 50% possession. They had 13 shots, 5 on target, 0.98. Let's have a final look at that table then. And the table looks like this. We are in 4th place now on goal difference from Liverpool. Excuse me. After that 0-0 draw, Manchester City on 47, still 6 points ahead of us. They must have drawn then. They did. They had a 0-0 against Leicester. Wow. Manchester United, of course, picking up 1 point. So not a great deal of movement in this top half. Liverpool, the only side in the top 4, winning, beating Southampton 3-2. Mo Salah, Robertson, and Firmino, the scorers in that one. Southampton doing their best to try and keep them at bay, but it wasn't to happen. So still 6 points separates 1st and 4th in the Premier League. Means that we go through to our second game of the episode. It is a FA Cup 3rd round against Queen's Park Rangers. Queen's Park Rangers, we have played them once before in a friendly, beat them 4-1 at their place. So we've already played them at their place. Mason Mount, Brozier getting 2, and Havertz getting the goals in that particular match as a pre-season friendly. I think that was back in July. So really it all depends on this medical centre. Azpilicueta could be back. He's 3 weeks away. Thiago Silva doesn't say how long he's out for. Zakara is out for 4 weeks, and Ziyech out for 5 weeks, and none of those will be coming back. Otherwise it gives us a chance to rest everybody else, give them a little bit of a breather, and who knows, can we progress in the FA Cup? Let's find out. Oh, you wouldn't know it, but that did take some time. There's a lot of transfer stuff going on. Not that anything has happened. The only thing that looks like it's going to happen is Thiago Silva has agreed a deal, and I can't remember where he's going, but he has agreed a deal, and he will leave us on the 3rd of July. So we've got him for another half season, but chances are, I mean, at 38, he's going to retire anyway. He's injured at the moment. He's picked up an injury in that last match and will be out for 4 weeks. And his recovery period, I suspect, will be a little bit longer than that as well as. So it's maybe not a bad thing that he's moving on, and obviously we'll save on his wages as well alongside it. So that'll give us a bit of room. Not actually going to pick up any money. Having said I don't think we're going to pick up any money, I think we might be picking up 3 million for him. We'll have a look after we've played this game. And the team then to face Queen's Park Rangers in the FA Cup 3rd round. Mendy in goal, Chilwell, Chalobah, Koulibaly, and James, Kovacic and Kante in front of them. Mount, Havertz and Sterling are attacking midfield with Brozier in front of them. Kepa, Fofana, Gallagher, Hudson-Odoi, Jorginho, Pulisic, Gabriel Barbosa, Cucurella and Loftus-Cheek are all on the bench. In fact, I'm going to make one other change while we're at it. I'm actually going to bring on Kepa to give him a bit of a run out as it's a cup match. That's the team then that will face Queen's Park Rangers. Televised match. Queen's Park Rangers only won 1 of their last 5. They're playing in almost a V formation, really. We've drawn our last 2, both in the Premier League. Wolves 4-4 draw, and then a 0-0 against Manchester United. Queen's Park Rangers playing in the hoops. We have a highlight from kickoff, which was a bit of a concern, really. And playing Havertz as the attacking playmaker. Well, actually, I think he's playing as an attacking midfielder in the 10 slot. Queen's Park Rangers moved it around quite a lot. Not got outside their half yet. They have now. Roberts is free and he's round Mendy. Not Mendy. Kepa, I'm not sure whether he was offside there. Actually, was offside. Looked as if he might be. As we go 10 minutes, we've not had anything as yet. We have now. James with a throw in then. 25 minutes in. Havertz crosses it in. Goal. Referee was in the way there. Roberts has picked up a knock, and they are on a counter-attack. But Kovacic backtracking, picks the ball up, and Koulibaly to Chalobah, to James, to Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling goes on a run. Can he cross this ball in? He can. Nobody there, though. Boja, the only player there, and he had a mountain of defenders to go through. Havertz crosses it in, and Mason Mount, I'm not quite sure what he did there. He just sort of kicked it into the goalkeeper's arms, when actually it seemed easier just to plant it in the back of the net, to be fair. Let's hope that's not a chance that's going to come back and haunt us. Kepa gets a long ball forward looking for Broja. Broja underneath it. He's come away with the ball. Holds the ball up. He's been tackled once. James, back to Broja. Broja stays on side. He's lost the ball now, though. And Reece James comes back for it. All the way back to Kepa. Koulibaly. James. Going in the right direction this time. James cuts back. Koulibaly. Koulibaly. Crosses deep to Chilwell. Lovely ball. Chilwell hardly had to move. Mount is in space. Broja is fouled in the penalty area, and it is a penalty. No VAR in this, of course. And it's Mason Mount with the penalty, and he's tucked it in. I thought the goalkeeper had saved it then for a minute, but he has tucked his 13th goal of the season away. And after 36 minutes, we are in front. But I'll tell you what, we've huffed and we've puffed to get there. Oof, that wasn't far off being saved, either, was it? As it turned out. Deary me. And a free kick now. Mount with the free kick. Havertz over the top. And half-time has arrived. We've had 12 shots, only 3 on target. Again, not in that 50%, 2.53. So we should have had a second goal, at least 55% of the possession. They've had 5 shots, none on target, thankfully. 0.77 and 45% of the possession. And they've made one change at half-time. Willock for Roberts. Roberts are picking up an injury in that first half. And that's pretty much it. We've just gone to a more attacking mentality. Chilwell with a free kick. Kovacic back to Chilwell. Chilwell inside. Has been tackled. And Willock, who's come on in place of Roberts, has got the ball. He's out wide. Cuts it back. Back to Willock. Willock, tackle coming in. It's gone over the top, thankfully. And a chance goes begging. Yang, goalkeeper for Queen's Park Rangers. Sterling tried to head that down and then kicked it straight into the path of the oncoming Queen's Park Rangers defender, midfielder. Sterling has robbed it back, though, and misses the target. Queen's Park Rangers made a couple more substitutions. We need to just keep a track of those. Important just to make sure. In fact, it's only Field, I think, that's come on at the moment. He's defensive midfielder. We will put him on a weaker foot just to be on the safe side. In fact, no, we won't, because his counterpart that's come off hasn't. Okay, confirm the changes. 70 minutes is up, and in fact, they've made a number of changes, and we're going to make some changes now ourselves. Kante has picked up an injury, not another one, a lower leg injury. Jorginho can come on for him. Kovacic is also tired. Kai Havertz is tired. Who do we bring on for him? Hudson-Odoi. Or I've just had another thought actually. Let's switch Mount for Havertz. Sterling for Havertz. Brozier is not having a good game up front, so we'll put Brozier there. Havertz is tired, so we're going to take Havertz off and bring on Barbosa. Kovacic, he can come off for Ruben Loftus-Cheek in that role. We'll just do those changes for now. Point the finger. Go out and make a difference is the message. Just that one goal separates this little thing I didn't do while I was there. Which I am going to do now is I'm actually going to check the opposition report again. Tyler Richards, show him onto weaker foot. Sam Field. Weaker foot. Weaker foot. Right. Okay, both on weaker foot then. Mount with the corner. Swings it in. It's cleared. Chalobah. Chalobah. Loftus-Cheek. Loftus-Cheek to Koulibaly. Chilwell. Chilwell to Chalobah. Crosses for Barbosa. Barbosa's around the goalkeeper and the defender blocks the shot, and then it's cleared by his colleague. Chilwell on the other side this time. It's headed out for another corner. Chilwell. An in-swinger. Swings it low this time. Looking for James for a flick on. James creates a bit of space, but it wasn't going to be. And we can make our final changes. Mason Mount is going to come off for Pulisic. And as we're gone attacking, I'm going to put Pulisic in that attacking playmaker role. And Chilwell is going to come off for Cucurella. Or do we take Reece James off? I'm not sure. No, let's bring Cucurella on for... That's all our changes made. Still only that one goal in it. As we head down to full time. 22 shots we've had. Only 4 of them on target, which again is a bit of a worry. That's where we're not doing. We're not getting the shots on target. James heading it back to Kepa. Kepa to Chalobah. Chalobah finds Loftus-Cheek. Loftus-Cheek comes forward. He's got a fresh pair of legs. Cucurella, Pulisic, out to Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling crosses it in, and Barbosa gets our second. That makes it look a bit more comfortable. Just into injury time, and with 4 minutes of injury time to play, I think that is Queen's Park Rangers nullified. It's taken a lot of work, though, bearing in mind that we've been poor the last few games, and this one's not been a great deal different. One would have expected to have us really to have crushed Going to get my words out. Crushed Queen's Park Rangers, but we haven't done it in any manner, shape or form. 2-0 final score, which means that we will have a FA Cup draw on our hands. But I think we're going to do that when we come back on the next episode. We'll start the next episode with that draw. And you join us for the draw for the FA Cup 4th round. 43 teams go into the hat for 16 matches to be drawn. Manchester City, of course, beating Bournemouth by a huge 10-2 in that game. Right, let's have a look at the draw then. We have this snazzy draw thing again. Let's get the draw underway. Rotherham or Norwich will play Mansfield. Middlesbrough will play West Brom or Derby. Cambridge will play Plymouth. Lincoln or Huddersfield will play Wickham. Watford are at home to Wigan. Port Vale or Sheffield United will play Tottenham. Bit of a money spinner there for whoever has that. Wolves will play Blackpool of the Championship. Blackburn or Reading, both in the Championship, will play Chelsea. So it'll be Blackburn or Reading that we will play. Bolton will play Leeds, an all northern match. Arsenal will play Cardiff. Bradford City or Sunderland will play Manchester City. Fancy the chances of either of those two. Newcastle will play Aston Villa, who beat Bristol City. Preston North End or West Ham will play Fulham. Liverpool will play Leicester or Birmingham. Crewe or Hull will play Fleetwood or Everton. Burnley or Wimbledon will play Southampton. That is your draw for the 4th round of the FA Cup. And the draw that we're looking at, or the match that we're looking at, Blackburn or Reading versus Chelsea in this one. Just a quick look at how that affects the schedule. And then we'll pass you back to Future Mark for the rest of today's episode. The episode you can see is, of course, Fulham and Everton. But it'll be Blackburn Rovers or Reading in that one on Aston Villa as well. So that's what's coming up in the not too distant future. And you come back without any significance, but it's this scoreline that caught my eye. Manchester City 10. Yes, 10. Bournemouth 2. And that man, Erling Haaland, getting 5 of them. 9, 12, 22, 34 and 39. Goodness me. What a game that was. Rampaged away with that. 10-2. Goodness. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe and hit the notification button. That will keep you up to date with all future episodes of this and new series as they are released. New episodes of Making Chelsea Stand Proud are currently released every Wednesday at 4:15 p.m. And if you want to keep up to date with what's happening on this channel and more, then you need to follow me on Twitter at JustOffsideFM. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you for the next episode. It's out tomorrow. Until then, it's a very goodbye.